What were they doing offensively or defensively to limit y'all throughout up until the end of the fourth quarter?
They're playing really sound. They got some really good players up front, and they're making plays. You gotta give credit to them.
Joe, did they make a lot of adjustments in the second half that led to some of the turnovers?
No, that's just me trying to force the ball, trying to get something going. You learn a lesson today that when your defense is playing as good as they are, you don't have to force those balls. You can kind of just let the game come to you.
Joe, it seemed like you had a little bit of trouble getting Joe Mixon on track today, getting him some big holes. The offensive line didn't have what it had last week. Was that part of it?
They have really good players up front. They got Hicks and Mack and then Robert Quinn and Nichols. Those guys are big guys that are tough to block.
Have you ever thrown 3 interceptions in a game in your career in LSU or now?
Not that I can remember.
You were saying this was 3 interceptions partially just due to the game situation where you're trying to make some plays and kind of get you guys back in it?
Yeah. It was 3 or was it 2?
3.
3.
They count the last one as an interception?
You had the better ball, yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I can't remember the question, sorry.
You were saying those were just kind of a result of the game situation, trying to force the ball down the field?
Yeah. You gotta give credit to them. They made good plays.
You had just made that ball to Tyler. You hit him for about 22 yards over the middle. It looked like you were going back to him and 58 got you. Was there anything, were you surprised you dropped that, or looked like you lined up over the center?
Yeah, he just he pushed really fast. We went forward to the side, and he made a really good play. You can tell he studied that play before, and he's seen it, and he pushed really, really fast, and he just made a really good play.
Zach said the story of the game was not taking advantage of your opportunities in the first half and then the turnovers in the second half. For you guys offensively, why were you guys struggling to be able to have some of those momentum type drives that you had last week against the Vikings?
We'll just have to watch the film and see. It's tough to answer that question right now.
Do you feel like mentally y'all were in the right headspace that y'all needed to be in after such a big win in week 1 and then having to turn around 6 days later for a game like this?
Yeah, it's exciting that we came back and made it a game. Obviously, too little, too late, but we showed a little resilience like we did last week.
Empty something that you've always liked. They're out. You guys did a lot of it today. Was there a reason it didn't work as well as you guys probably would have liked today?
And they had a good pass rush, so we tried to get it out quick, and they knew that they had a good pass rush and that we were going to get it out quick, so they just started sitting on all the routes.
Joe, how concerned are you about the number of hits you take in the first 2 weeks?
Not concerned. This is football. You're going to take some hits.
How do you negate that when you know that they're sitting on routes and they're playing up front, and they, what's the best way to kind of get them out of doing that?
You got to throw the ball. You got to throw the ball over their head, and at least make them feel like you're going to be able to do that and call some plays that go over their head.
Were there times where you wanted to throw it over their head, but it just didn't come open for you more than, obviously you took a couple shots, but not as many, were you wanting to throw more deep balls today?
We'll just have to watch the film and reflect on everything. It's tough to say anything right now without watching the film.
So how much momentum did you feel you guys had been gaining after that first drive of the second half? It seemed like a good start to the second half.
Yeah, I think we just turned the ball over too many times, and you're not going to win any games when you turn the ball over 4 times.
Did the Bears D-line remind you of any of the D-lines you faced last season?
I mean, it's the NFL. They're all game records. Everyone has guys. It's just a matter of how you react to them.
You said it was really important to start a culture of getting some wins on the road. What's your message to the team knowing you guys have another road game against a pretty tough opponent next week?
It's a division game. We're excited to go there and play against them. They're playing really well. Obviously, one of the better teams in the league, so we got to come with our big boy pants on and ready to play.
Quinn gave you a shot out of bounds. Was that just come out of nowhere when he hit you? It looked like you thought the play was over.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of just gave up on the play because I was so far out of bounds and just gave me a little push. Is what it is.